and welcome to another video of Festivity. Now this one can be slightly controversial, but we're going to address the elephant in the room. Before I address that elephant in the room though, just a quick reminder that this year's videos of Festivity are supporting Macmillan Cancer Support. It's a great cause to help those who need any kind of support, whether it be financial, emotional or mental during their cancer treatment. There is a link down in the top of the description box. There's also a link on the card right now. So please go and give as much or as little as you can. Every little helps. Even £1 could make a difference. Thank you for your ongoing support. Fast fashion. It's something that's in all of our lives. Should it be? Probably not. But in terms of what it is and what it functions, it's something that a lot of people partake in. Maybe not fully understanding the connotations of what fast fashion is. No judgment here. I have delved in the past. I will not say I won't delve again. But I just want to kind of start the video by caveating that fast fashion isn't great. And where we can, we should avoid it, especially with a brand like Shein, which is sketchy enough as it is. But to be fair to Shein, they're all as bad as each other. They all use photos that don't exactly belong to them. They use designs that definitely don't belong to them. They are not great work environments normally for their workers because they're doing a lot of work for very little pay because of the high output demands that they need to fulfill. Environmentally, they're terrible. They're not very sustainable. They use cheap products. They use cheap materials, sorry. They use unsustainable materials that are not great for the environment. So all in all, not the best thing to be partaking in, but it has to be said, fast fashion is a big part of the world in which we live in. Sometimes you can actually get a really decent product for not too much money. Other times, you can buy what you think is a really nice, soft, cozy jumper with a cool slogan on it, and then it can get here and it can feel like paper, and you just want to rip it off your skin because it feels atrocious. So that's basically what we're here to look at today. We've got a selection of dresses from Shein to try out, see if they're worth their money, see what the material's like, see if they are actually like what we're seeing in the pictures as well, see how close to those designs they are. Basically just to give a little bit of an overview that if you stumble upon any of these dresses, are they worth it? Or should you just keep on scrolling? Shein is one of the notably worst brands for this stuff in terms of stealing designs and stealing things that isn't theirs and not having great ethics. I'm not here to support the brand. I'm literally here to show you what you can get from them so that you don't waste your money if this stuff is rubbish. Basically just kind of shine a light on what kind of products we get, what we see versus what we get. Promise versus reality, or Instagram versus reality if you want. So we're going to start by having a look through some of the dresses. And I'm going to start with the dress that started this all off, which is this dress right here. It flashed up on my Instagram feed. I thought it was really pretty, a nice dress for the Christmas time. You can see it's kind of this red dress with like a tulle outer layer, these very sparkly sparkles. There she is with a cute little mug looking so chill in her Christmas time. There's a lot of places where this dress can fall down. Obviously the texture of the tulle could be absolutely horrendous and feel like rubbish. Normally one of the getaways that they go for is like the underlayer dress will be really papery thin. But we are going to get this one and have a go and see what it is like. So this is the first dress we're trying. Let's take a look at the description. What material? Mesh fabric. 100% polyamide. Amide? Is that a typo? Is that... I don't know. Let's also have a look at the size guide, because this is something that is quite something, because even though they're in a 6, 8, 10, small, medium, large, I don't know if I believe any of this. So probably for me, the waist is obviously elastic. I'm probably gonna want a medium, but I did notice they don't have that. So I'm gonna size up rather than size down on this, because the last thing I want to do is get a dress that's too small that I then can't return. So we're gonna go for a large in this dress right here, and we're gonna see what it is like. Here we are with dress numero uno. Considering that I thought this is a large, and I had to order the large because I didn't have the medium in this color in my size. Saying that, If I'd have bought the medium, I'm not sure this would have fit. I think it would have been a bit too small. There's a little button here behind my neck. I had absolutely no reason or need to undo that, to take that off. So I think it's just there more for design. I mean, you can't really see it. There's a mirror to the side, by the way. That's what I'm looking at. Does it look like the picture? It's probably a little less, I don't know, it's got a little less shape to it than I would have thought it would. Maybe it's me, but like I said, size guide wise, I should have been in the medium and this is the large. So in terms of like the shape, I feel like it should be a bit more here rather than where it is. So it's a bit flat. There's not a lot going for it. I don't know if whether you like add something underneath, it would look better. I don't know. This tool is not irritating to wear. It does feel like these little sequins have literally just been stuck on. They feel like stickers. And I feel like it wouldn't take much to maybe encourage one of those to come off. As a note, I've already found a star on the floor from the first dress. So, Shein. Quality's obviously what it is. In terms of it actually, like the feel of it though, it doesn't feel too bad. This is not a papery thin underlayer. It's actually quite a nice, like it's not translucent, you're just not going see-through. It's actually quite a nice thickness, quite comfortable. So yeah, all in all, not mad about this one. It's probably, like I said, size up if you are going to get it. But yeah, not awful, not a bad start. We'll call that a win. The feel of the tool itself feels not great, but to wear, I don't know if it's because it's really baggy, so I'm not really getting that kind of irritation on my skin, but to wear, it's not too bad. So the next one I see is this kind of cool off the shoulder moment. Red again. I'm attracted to red dresses, it seems, but it's got a very kind of striking design, and that's always something that's good to test, because how accurate to this do we actually think this dress will be? So it's got this really nice kind of A-line shape to it, high neck on it, but these sleeves are kind of the defining factor. So it's a cold shoulder dress with these kind of, oh, I've opened the photos like this now. With this kind of, it's like a sleeve but with a big hole in it, so it's got this kind of swooping effect. It looks very dramatic, but as I said, that's also the moment that we could definitely fall down. So I think I'm going to try this one just to see how close to these pictures we can actually get. Let's have a look, see at the description. It's a stand collar apparently, and the fabric is non-stretch. No, the material is another woven, 100% polyester. It's not lined. Hemmed is flare. Sleeves are split sleeved, backless zipper. Okay, is it backless? I don't know about you guys, but I don't think that's a backless dress. So the one thing I will give to Shein's credit is it does have this fit type and this stretch type at the top, which I'm not setting. I can't change that. So that's basically telling me it's not going to be very stretchy, if at all, and it's a regular fit dress. So with that in mind, I can kind of think, okay, if it's not going to stretch, I really need to work to my measurements. Again, ignoring these sizes and the UK sizes, because I just don't believe the consistency. But probably looking at a large, so I'm gonna go ahead and add that to my basket. Dress number 2, the little twirl. This is our dramatic sleeve. I think this is right. This feels, yeah, that's got to be wrong. It's a bit confusing, but I will give it its dues. It has got that kind of dramatic sleeve that we were looking for when we got it. I will say I did maybe think the sleeve would kind of come together here at the cuff, so it actually stayed on my arm rather than very easily I can, well, no. Give the dress its dues. That's very difficult to lose. I'm quite impressed with the sleeve actually. I quite like it. The shape is probably more, this is more what I thought the red sparkly one shape would be. More fitted to the waist and then coming away a lot more. I feel a lot more, it feels like a nicer shape on me, this one, in terms of what I was expecting. The material is ever so slightly translucent. It's not awful, it's not like paper, but I'd say it was definitely on the thinner side, and you can kind of tell that because all these creases are in it from where it's been in the bag, and I'm not sure, I mean, give it an iron, sure, but I'm not actually sure how well, these sleeves are really confusing me. It feels like it should sit like that, but the minute I move my arm, oh, and now it's doing it. But I'm not mad about this one. I'm actually quite happy. Quite like the shape, quite like the size. Again, definitely not a backlash dress. Not at all. But yeah, in terms, I mean, we've got a bit of fraying actually. Can you see that on my arm? Well, just like some loose threads is what we're dealing with. I don't know if you could see that, but I assure you they're there. They're kind of there on my arm. I don't know, maybe you can see them. And that's, again, it's on the hemming of the sleeves here. I've got some more over here. It's again, it's not the greatest quality, but if you're buying from Shein, this is what you're expecting to get, right? You're not expecting to get a massively gorgeous ball gown with all the frills and chills, right? It's gonna have weird folds and points in the sleeves that sit weird on your arm and bits of the fraying thread everywhere. But in terms of in general, not mad at it, quite happy with it. Has exceeded expectations because I wasn't really sure what we were going to get with these sleeves, even though they are really, really confusing me. Moving swiftly on, we have this cute little number, a very Alice styly dress, I think. Again, with this A-line, you'll pick it up. I'm into the A-line. I'm quite a fan of it. But the interesting thing I have about this one is I think it's one of those ones where the shirt doesn't actually come away. Does it come with the tie? Okay, there's a tie now. I reckon it's one of those ones where the shirt is attached to the dress so they don't come away. And normally that's a moment where the material can feel rubbish and not so great. I wonder how sturdy these buttons are going to be. And if indeed it comes with a tie. But we'll give this one a go as something that is a bit different. This one's much more about the material. If we have a look, does it tell me? Hem flounced. Waist natural, A-line fitted, details, anything about material. Materials are knitted fabric, apparently. So, oh, there we go. Composition, 95% polyester, 5% elastane. So it's polyester that's not great for the environment, just as an onward note from what we were saying earlier. Medium stretch. How could it be a knitted fabric? But do they all say knitted? I didn't read that. It's apparently a mini dress as well. And a slim fit. We'll see how this goes. Let's take a look at the size guide again. So this one only has 4 sizes on it. We've got medium stretch, between skinny and regular. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Bust size. Oh gosh, okay, well. This one might not fit me. We'll give it a go. I think I'm gonna go for medium in this. If we'll see how that's going to fit. Okay, so much for A-line. Is this? I don't think this one wasn't supposed to be A-line as well. This is very much not A-line. I'm with the M medium in this one. It's at the buttons are they're here. I mean, they just look like there's a lot of thread around them, but I don't know. This is in terms of like, I mean, the shirt is very, very thin. And here's my tie. It did in fact come with a tie. Should we put the tie on? My clip-on tie. Wait, hang on, juggling things. There you go. Here it is with the tie. Because I mean, there's no top button, so you can't really. Hang on a second. I don't know what the tie brings to the party. If I'm honest, there's no top button, so it just kind of floats there, and it's. Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna. Gone with the tie. It's much more figure hugging than I think I expected it to be. Well, there are little buttons on the cuffs. Maybe I'll do those up. Maybe that'll look a bit nicer. In terms of the feel though, it's not awful. It certainly could be worse. I've certainly had worse. It's actually not a bad feel at all. Very not thick. It's a very thin dress. So I wouldn't want to, in these cold winter days, probably wouldn't want to just wear this. But yeah, it's just, it's much more figure hugging than I expected it to be. And that is not making for a comfortable Alice. So the tie is a weird addition. The feel is okay. Like I said, I went from medium in this. It is really, really stretchy though. So like there is some give in it. This is, oh right, yeah, because it's attached to my arm. Right, that's gonna look weird because it's not actually a separate piece. I'm not a massive fan of connected pieces. It does connect right here though, right? Yeah, the connection is what you see. So there's no excess material underneath. There's no anything that feels odd or out of place underneath. It does just feel like a one-piece dress, but it looks like a two-piece dress, and therefore it's weird. I quite like the puffy sleeve though and the cuff. But in terms of what I thought it was, it's a bit more streamlined than maybe I expected. Similar theme for this next dress. We've got this little pinafore. Does it come with the little top underneath? Or is it, where's my description gone? Does it come with the buttons, pockets, casual, pinafore, sleeveless, short, regular, woven fabric this time? A bit less polyester, a bit more cotton. Cotton's not bad. Unlined. I don't know if it comes with the... Does it say anywhere? Is there like a product description? Shein Loon, Christmas, retro, red, plaid, A-line, mini dress with pockets and suspenders, casual and elegant wear for autumn holidays. Winter holidays, sorry. It doesn't say anywhere specifically that it doesn't come with the... I'm so confused. I don't know if it comes with that top or not. I'm gonna hazard it doesn't. Because it does say the dress is sleeveless, and that would kind of suggest it means just the pinafore bit of this dress. It's so cute though. I really hope this fits because it's adorable. Now you can tell my shirt is black because this is my shirt. It did not come with the shirt, it just came with the little dress. Again, a bit more pencil skirty than A-line. I feel like it felt more, it's nice and snug around the waist, let's put it that way. Bit of a mission to get on, had a bit of toing and throwing. This waistband has absolutely no give. I don't know if these buttons actually do anything. No, they're just decorative. So I did have only one option to get this on. I pulled it over my head. Waistband doesn't have very much give, but it does have these cute little pockets. It's quite cute. I'm not mad about it. For what it is, a little pinafore dress, a little dungaree dress. It's cute. It's a nice tartan colour. The fabric is actually quite nice. It is, I'd say thin. I can't remember if this was one of the woven fabrics or the fabrics. It's got like a, I wouldn't say fleece because that's very inaccurate, but it feels slightly fluffy to touch. It's not the thickest material in the world, but with a shirt underneath it like I've got on now, I think it's all right. It's, yeah, it's pretty cute. I'm not mad about it. Importantly, I think it looks like the picture, apart from, obviously, I kind of wish it had just stated like, oh, if you want to recreate this look, you need to get this shirt too. And I suppose it did say the dress was sleeveless, so as suspected, it didn't come with anything underneath it. Or even like promote the shirt she's wearing in the picture so we can then click through and, you know, websites are normally pretty good at doing that, but not Shein. This is okay. This is not too short either. This is all right, you know. Turns out there was a zipper in the side, which proceeded to open the wrong way when I was trying to get out of it, because I didn't know it was there. And now it's the wrong way open, and yeah. Shein. Now, something in particular I really want to try is a bit of knitwear, because the amount of times they sell it as knitwear and it shows them it's just got like a knit print on it. So I want to test that theory. So let's take a look at this cute little burgundy snowflake jumper. Not really got any shape to it. Very rectangular. Do you think she's got the waist cinched actually there? It looks like it's got a bit of shape to it. Not a great deal, but it does look like she's got a bit of shape wearing this. So let's find out if one, it even is knit, and two, if it's shape. Let's have a look again at the description. I don't want to look at other people's pictures. It's for apparently under 10 degrees we can wear this one. Okay, don't believe that. The material is fabric. Oh my god, Shein. And it's 100% polyester. So this is probably the worst one we've bought. Just look at her hand. How about in bright red? Yeah, that's definitely a different garment. How about black? What colour do you reckon is the original? The black blends quite well. Maybe the black is the original colour. I don't think it's the green. I'm trying to look at her hand and see which one looks most natural. Could be the burgundy. Maybe that's the real colour. Who knows? Let's take a look at the size guide. Again. So this is super stretchy, which would imply knit, because knit's quite stretchy. To be fair, I could get away with a small in this. What do I do? I think I'm gonna buy a small in this one, actually. I am pleased to report knit actually means knit. This is an actual, it's definitely knitted. I mean, I don't know how, just probably not done by hand. As someone who knits, I know how long this would take. So it's quite cute. I'm not really sure about this little flounce at the bottom. I'm just not sure what it's doing. In terms of the shape, it doesn't have one. It's a very, very rectangular little dress. But the little snowflakes are cute. And maybe the real colour was burgundy. Who knows? It's quite warm. Because it is like a knit jumper, not like a thick knit, but like a light knit jumper. It's quite toasty. It's quite warm. I only wish it had like maybe a little bit cinched at the back to give it a little bit more shape, because this is just very, I don't know who this shape is flattering for, you know what I mean? It's just very, very rectangular. Also, not super sure about the cuffs. I can't remember the picture now, but that's a very, very long cuff. Like, is it supposed to be? I don't know. I don't really know what that wants from me. So a couple of design choices I'm not super sure about, but the sparkly thread I can feel, because it's a little bit, because it's got sparkle in it. What is that? Like not tinsel, but like tinsel. I guess tinsel, because it's got that in it. I can kind of feel, I can definitely feel it here on my arm and on my shoulder. It's not super irritating. I don't know if after a while it might get a bit. Perhaps you would want to put something under this just to prevent that from happening. But in terms of the fact it is actually knit, I am genuinely surprised, because I thought it would just be a pooey dress, like a paper dress with the knit print on it. But it is actually a knitted garment. I am impressed with that. Maybe a bit more shaping to it, but give it its dues. It did show on the picture that it wasn't super shapy. So far, everything's really kind of been what we expected it to be to an extent. So, you know, this hasn't been a bad haul from Shein. Sticking on the knit theme, I've gone for this one because if you look at it, it is this kind of like, it's like a cropped jumper with a skin tight skirt. And I'm curious if that's not two garments, how that's gonna work. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so it is one garment. Oh, that looks so different now. She's wearing it like this. I don't understand how these two things can be the same. I am confused, and therefore we are going to give this a go. That looks more like what I would think it would, but it's got to be figure hugging to the skirt and baggy at the top. You've got to give me that in measurements. How on earth are we going to do that? Or should we see it in purple? Yeah, definitely. Look at her arm by that tree. Definitely a different garment. Size guide. Let's have a look-see here. So, we've got... Oh my god, look at these differentials. Oh my god. So the bust... well, I mean, it makes sense because the bust is the baggy bit. But the waist is tiny. Honestly, for my sizing, even the large should not fit me. But it is knit, it is stretchy. I've only got 3 sizes in this as well. We will see what that does. Okay, this one definitely requires some manipulation. It's also the shortest of the bunch. This, again, can happily say is actually knit. Interesting. Well, I guess the sleeves are fine. This has got a much shorter cuff than the other one. In terms of that figure hugging bottom, that's working. This bumpy bit at the top, not entirely sure I'd say it's working. I had to really manipulate it to get it to sit like this. When you first put it on naturally, it does want to kind of sit how she was wearing it in one of the pictures, which is more stretched like this, which actually isn't bad. I'm not mad at that at all. But yeah, it is what it is, to be fair. It's as on the tin. Not sure about this. Something feels slightly irritating. I mean, that's got quite a lot of stretch to it, so plenty of room in it. Like I said, you really have to manipulate it to do that kind of fitted to cropped jumper type thing that was going on. And it is short. It's definitely the shortest one we've done of the lot. In terms of actually doing the bump, it's not really done it on the back. I don't want to pull it too high because I don't want to flash everyone. It sits weird if you're trying to get it to do what the girl in the picture got it to do. But if you just wear it like this, it turns into a much nicer length. It kind of sits a bit nicer as well because it's, I don't know, it's an odd thing. I'm not mad at it. It doesn't work in that whole cropped jumper-esque thing I think it was going for. Could just be because I'm bigger than the model that was wearing it, and that's why it sits differently on me than it does on her. Obviously, like, you're paying less than a tenner for a dress, so you know they're not going to be the best made things in the world. They're relatively comfortable to wear. I don't think I had a bad buy in this. Even the dress with the tie, don't know why the tie was there, really irrelevant. There was an extra button, but not a top button. So I don't know why you put the tie with it. It was a weird addition. I don't know why it was there. I think my favorite was probably the red sleeve dress, the funky sleeve dress. I really quite like that one. And for the fact that I feel like it was probably the one that had the most to miss with, it hit quite well. This, in terms of its actual shaping, not sure. I prefer wearing it like this than I do trying to have that. I mean, even now it's quite short. It's only just to my fingertips, so it's still quite short even pulled down, so it goes even shorter if you try and do that bump. And like I said, I don't know whether that's because this is designed for smaller figures than mine to get that effect properly, but when she was wearing it, it didn't probably look that much shorter than I've got it now, and it looked like a proper good crop definition. So not really sure what happened to that. But in terms of are they worth the money you spend on them, I'm gonna have to go with yes. I think they're all worth what I spent on them. I'm not standing here annoyed that I've wasted money on anything. Everything was as it seemed on the website. Everything looked like what it looked like. If these are ripped off designs from anybody else, I apologize. I didn't know that upon time of purchasing. I just scrolled through their Christmas dresses. So big apologies if any of these designs have been ripped off by anybody else, though it wouldn't surprise me. You're buying cheaply, you're buying a mass-produced, quickly produced product. Are they the most amazing things in the world? No. Do I now have to replace a zipper on one of them because I didn't know it was there and it broke? Yes. Although that would have made it easier to get that dress on and off. So good feature, I guess. But I've now got to replace the zipper because it broke. First time of wearing, trying to get it off. Annoyingly, it broke as I realized where the zipper was. As I was trying to put the dress back down to unzip the zipper, it broke. So not the best zipper in the world, but again, this is the kind of things you're expecting with what you're buying. You're not buying from a big retail that puts money and makes sure the products are good quality. It's a company buying their products and materials cheaply, as mass product as they can, and then making things as quickly and seamlessly as possible. So, you know, you are getting what you ask for with this stuff. I do think these items I chose were worth the money. That's it for me for today. I hope this was at least a little bit interesting, a little bit different, something we haven't done for a while, trying some clothes on and stuff here. So hopefully it was a bit interesting at least to get an idea of what Shein is doing. I feel like Shein has kind of upped its game a little bit and kind of done a bit more of, okay, if we're going to say it's a knit dress, let's make sure it's a knit dress. It does feel like there's been stuff I've got from Shein in the past where it's just been horrendous and not great. So it does feel like they've maybe stepped up their game a bit. Again, not saying they're a good company because I don't think they are, but it does feel like they're at least not just shoving a picture in front of your face and then giving you something that's sort of kind of like it. It does actually feel like if you decide to buy from them, you are going to get the product you bought from them. But that is all we have for this video of Festivity. I do hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, make sure you subscribe because we are doing 12 videos of Festivity this year. Videos of Festivity coming out all the way through the month, running up to December 25th to get you in the festive and Christmas spirit, if so you celebrate it. If not, it's a bit of fun for you and I as we roll through the month. Some baking, some challenges, some events, some more challenges, some games. It's all coming and it's all very Christmassy and festive themed. So if that sounds like a good idea for you, then please hit the subscribe button so you make sure you know next time we upload any video, but specifically a video of Festivity. But for now, I'm going to put you down here and I'm going to spike the mic. Should we actually try that? But for now, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It's been an absolute blast, as always. If you enjoyed this video, go show the like button some good old-fashioned love. And if you want to support the channel, go hit subscribe and ring that bell so you know the next time I upload a video. Stay awesome, and I will see you all in the next video!
I should do more videos where I have to try and balance on one leg more often. Bit of fun.